Can't stop worrying about the dream, Scourge. What if it happens to us?
Ignore that. It's just a rumor.
What if it's not?
Close again. Simple as that. No one
I'm thinking more about that sparrowhawk. Maybe.
We will be watching, Envoy. Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before. A killer freed. Wake now.
Whatever's grown over that Audra doesn't look natural.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure? Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. I didn't ask. The less I know, the better. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
As long as she's not on our scent. Given how angry she was about Eagwolf, probably best we give her a wide berth.
Oh, one other thing. Did you hear about that expedition team that went missing in the caves north of the city? It's frightful stuff. Can't imagine crawling through caves for a living myself. The ground's been rumbling something fearsome over there, and those roots have been growing like mad. I hope it's not another strangleroot situation is all I'm saying, because those people are goners. Anyway, I hope you can lend him a hand. Seems like a bad way to go. You're cleared to pass, Envoy.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more of us really got one. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adiran soldiers.
They'll have their work cut out for them here. About half the people who come to the Living Lands are fugitives or exiles from something.
I don't like that Ludwine woman. She gives me the vrikas.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. Taking in the slack is one thing. They look ready to strangle each other with it.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Well, maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Most fun things are.
They can stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is, an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of Animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
They're an eccentric bunch. You'll see. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the Living Lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops. We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway... You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines. I'd hope so. I think that goes without saying.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule. You might want to consider not washing your clothes in safflower oil.
I hate to break it to you, but regular... Laundry is a common courtesy when you're traveling with a group.
No, it's fine. If you feel the need to wash your... Go right ahead. Just use something else.
Sweat and midday breezes don't count as washing, you know.
Right, so I smell like the wilderness. You people stand out like a tree rat.
Would you be a dear and help with these spoilings, please?
Looks like she could use our help.
Let's give her a hand.
Hello, you guys!
Seek. Watch your left. One for you. I can't. Back on my feet.
Fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you? Barrett's balls. Just my luck. I really need that vase, and a ladder is required.
I'd always heard Barris bells, but I like your version better.
But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned. Oh, of course. Why would a priceless artifact be important? Well, I'm not surprised you don't know of the Godless. But they were here in the Living Lands long before we were. Long before anyone else, as far as I can tell. Give or take a few thousand years. They lived on every corner of the lands. You must have passed a few of their ruins on the way here. The big ones, with spires that look more than a little phallic. A lot of their structures were embedded in the ground. They lived in harmony with the land. I mean, as much as you can live in harmony with the land actively trying to kill you. Maybe it was nicer back then. 30 years of research, and as far as I can tell, they just upped and disappeared one day. Fascinating, right? Well, what's important is that the vase is within my grasp, now that I've a tall, dark, and handsome stranger to help. There's a vase in this ruin that's too high for me to reach. Fetch it for me. I can pay you in skates if you do. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins. No one listens to me.
Then roar! Oh no, no! Hook up, Envoy. Envoy, look left. On your right. Another win, but who's counting?
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you. Ah, yes, I did, didn't I? The cost is well worth it. Such a godless artifact is worth its weight in gold. Think of all the secrets and memories it holds. Well, I'm not surprised you don't know of the Godless. But they were here in the Living Lands long before we were. Long before anyone else, as far as I can tell. Give or take a few thousand years. They lived on every corner of the lands. You must have passed a few of their ruins on the way here. The big ones, with spires that look more than a little phallic. A lot of their structures were embedded in the ground. They lived in harmony with the land. I mean, as much as you can live in harmony with the land actively trying to kill you. Maybe it was nicer back then. 30 years of research, and as far as I can tell, they just upped and disappeared one day. Fascinating, right? Of course. Follow the path through the fields. The settlement walls should appear through the fog. I'd best pack up myself. I have a vase to study. Thank you for your help.
Well, that's something I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
Is that all you got? Next one's mine.
Glad that's over.
Ready, aim.
I've never seen Emerald stared like this. It's usually so nice.
Marius, did you leave a...
cleaning manual in my pack?
Doesn't ring a bell, but I suggest reading it when you get a chance. It's rude not to read a book given as a gift.
Flee from her. Venom in the bite.
As if people weren't hungry enough.
Why is it somehow worse when the Revenants aren't trying to kill you?
A godlike in Emerald's Den. Well, maybe our luck's improving. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice. Governor Vidaro, I'm sure he's snug as a maggot in a corpse in his estate. It's in Fiormezziverno, on the far... But just in case it comes up, you didn't get... As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Oh, and what do you...
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But what am I supposed to do? Just let them... Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for it. Aha! So not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, sounds like I have more Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf. Godlike, you're a natural. Come back soon.
Eon Seek! One moment. Nothing like a win with a good team. More of this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it?
Hand in hand, they toil, and the earth gives in return. The smile of the harvest.
I don't see what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it.
Tell me another solution that is half as efficient as that.
You're the first godlike to come through and... I'll take what I can get. If the gods don't bless us with... We have a few trinkets, but our stock has been low on account of the... If you have coin to spare, take a look at what's...
Last week you said they'd be great.
I know what I said, but we only have so much to go around.
Are the elementals starving as well? Or are they sipping tea?
Take it up with the governor.
Hey you! Go away! There's nothing here.
Gods, what do I tell Sovia? What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it? Ah, finally! Someone who cares about something other than themselves. When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever.
Show me what you got!
Then Roth! Then Roth!
Take a moment, people.
I'm not making it up.
You're not still on about that, are you?
Gotcha. Not hitting hard enough.
You don't think the Clavager died alone in the Strangleroot? Why? Don't you?
Good. You finally showed up. I was worried you weren't coming. The name's Keeledge. Pleasure to meet you. Not so loud. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves. Heelguard sent me to Emerald Stair to keep an eye on this place. I had orders to make contact as soon as you arrived. I won't talk long. He only wants me to let you know I'm here. If you need to get word to the ambassador, I'm your man. Besides you and me, no one that I know of. No one working for Heelguard, anyway. But I can tell you that even if Inquisitor Ludwig isn't here, her Nightmare Squad is. Between you and me, I think they're up to something. Something big and bad. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think the scale of their All right. I suppose. Exactly how far do you want me to go with this? Understood. Until later, Envoy.
This one's mine. Just like the good old days. Aye, aye.
Maybe they somehow wrap themselves up in... I've never seen anything like this.
Neither have I. This sort of thing seems to be happening.
This sort of thing. As if this sort of thing happens all the time. You seem capable enough, stranger. But the forests are not safe. As if this weren't enough proof of that.
Stay out of the...
Good luck out there.
There. That's Thomas' old house. Wonder what he wanted me to find. Place feels different without him. He left something behind for me. Help me look around. So much here reminds me of Tama. It's strange to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding? Yeah, it is. I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone... I used to carve things like this all the time. There's no reason Tama would have cared about it. Unless he cared about me. I loved him for years. I never knew he might have felt the same way. And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago. Would be if he just told me. I never gave him any reason to be coy. And we knew each other for years. I trusted him with things in my past. Things I don't talk about. Did I tell him? I was a mess when we met. I'd been through the battles in Deadfire and a handful of mercenary camp. I was a chewed-up piece of flotsam drifting to the living lands. You're damn right. Oh, I don't blame him. Tom always saw right through me. He knew what I was. A coward who failed him. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me, I can't ask him now, can I? I'm sorry. I don't mean to take... That's probably for the best. I appreciate a little fresh air, all could...